Hello everyone, once again welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Reviving Destinies. Here we revive destinies. So since we know that South Africa is a country which have many is multicultural and highly diverse, so and we know that most of people actually are coming from other African countries. They are congested here in South Africa. Most of them they become here in South Africa to hustle and to look for greener pastures. So today I'm going to talk about Gauteng Province. So Gauteng Province, most of people who are coming from other African countries, they usually, even other continents, they usually come to Gauteng to hustle. So they usually come to Gauteng to look for greener pastures. So today I'm going to speak about the facts about the Gauteng province, which most of people they don't know actually, especially those who come from outside South Africa. Even those who are coming from inside South Africa who doesn't know facts about the Gauteng province. So today I'm going to expose those facts actually into Reviving Destinies. So first of all, let me start by saying Gauteng province is a Sepedi Sotho Tswana name, which means place of gold. I know in Google is only written is Sotho and Tswana name, because in Google they are still highlighting us as as Northern Sothos. And we are not Northern Sothos. We never like that thing. We don't like that category of categorizing us as Northern Sothos. We are not Sothos. We are Pedis. So don't follow that Google algorithm or Google way of writing things. They are still using those old arrangement. We have to make sure that we become advanced. So that's how it is, by the way. So Gauteng province, it means place of gold. So it was found because of the discovery of gold during the times of apartheid, when the gold was discovered actually at the Gauteng province, especially at Joburg, Johannesburg, which they currently call it Johannesburg, which previously they used to call it Witwatersrand. If I don't pronounce it well, you can correct me. So that's how it is. So as gold were discovered, then there were the mining of gold, then it was rose to the development of Gauteng province. So since everyone knows that Gauteng province is a place of gold, most of people assume that Gauteng is a place of wealth, and people who are coming from Gauteng are very rich, and like life there is like a second heaven actually. It's a very nice life. So today I'm going to tell you facts actually which you never knew actually. So that's how it is. So as we are going to speak about Gauteng, the first thing which you have to understand is Gauteng is the smallest province in South Africa in terms of land masses. Please pay attention and listen clear, because I know people will attack me. Gauteng is, in terms of land mass, is the smallest province in South Africa, which only have 1.5% of the country land mass. So the country land mass, the Gauteng, which is it only takes 1.5% the country land mass. So that's how it is actually. And Gauteng is the most populated province in South Africa, despite it is the smallest province in the land mass, but it is the most populated province in South Africa, because everyone used to come, we used to go there actually. Even now everyone is still going there for looking for greener pasture since the discovery of gold. So Gauteng, the reason why it's the most populated despite it's the smallest province is as they were discovering gold there and they were mining it, that gold actually lead to the drastic, lead to the high rate increase actually of the of the economy, of the economic activities there. So that's why Gauteng actually, even if you can look at the infrastructure development all the facilities there, actually, there's a very good facilities. The people who, there actually, at Gauteng, actually, you find almost all the South African tribes. Pedi, Tswana, Sotho, Tsonga, Xhosa, Zulus, you find all of them actually there actually. And also beyond there, you even find people from Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Mozambique, other countries actually, they go there at Gauteng actually to look for greener pastures. So some people actually, they went to Gauteng during the times of apartheid to look for jobs at the mines, at the gold mines. Then some, they were just recently went there actually in the post-apartheid times actually. So Gauteng is the populated province, despite it's the smallest province. So we know that where like there is lots of population and less of land mass, there are problems actually. That's what I'm going to highlight. Gauteng actually, there is high poverty at Gauteng. Well, I know that some people will be shocked when I say there is lots of poverty at Gauteng, because they know Gauteng is the prosperous province. Trust me, Gauteng. The thing about it is when the media show you Gauteng, they only show you nice places actually. For Centurion, Sandton, Marlborough, all those places, all those nice places at Gauteng. They show you those places. Whereas there are places which they are even worse off than the rural areas in the province, like Free State, KZN, Gauteng, Limpopo, and Northwest. Even the rural areas from those provinces which I have mentioned, and all of them. Those rural areas, they are better off comparing to those informal settlements at Gauteng. Informal settlements like Soweto, Alexandra, Soshanguve, Mamelodi, the list goes on. Those informal settlements, actually, they are worse off. There are places at Gauteng where you will find shacks, only shacks. And when you look at those shacks, some of those shacks, they were not even built by corrugated irons. They were built actually by cut box and plastics. So that's something which is very, very touchy. And trust me, the majority of population at Gauteng is the population which comes from the townships and informal settlements. The suburb population, when you compare it relative to the informal settlement, the suburb population is very low relative to the township and the informal settlement. That's the facts. That's the facts actually about Gauteng Province. So we know that very well that when we do mathematics or we do economics, if there are 10 people actually, only 3 of them they live a better life. Then the remaining 7 of them, they are poor. We highlight that country or we highlight that nation as a poor place. So that's the fact actually. So that's why I say there is lots of poverty at Gauteng, because the majority of people are the ones who are struggling comparing to the ones who have everything. At Gauteng, there is too much inequity, inequality. So those who are rich at Gauteng, they are far rich actually. Rich people who are from Gauteng, they are one of the richest in the country. It's like Cape Town. People who are rich, they are one of the richest in the country. But the people who are poor, they are one of the poorest in the country. There is too much division. There is too much inequality at the Gauteng province. So let me give example of a scenario. When you are traveling over Gauteng, sometimes you can still think, am I still in the same country, because of things which you see. You will find some townships which are very, very poor, shacks only. But when you pass, you see towns actually, or suburbs which are very, very, very nice. You will even ask yourself, am I still in the same country? Am I using a flight actually to travel? Am I just past another country to go to another country. Let me give an example about Alexandra and Sandton. They are like less than 5 kilometers away from each other, but the way they differ is too much. When you are at Alexandra, congestion, shacks, majority of population, they live in the squatter camps. There is too much littering at this, Alexandra, and it's not only Alexandra. It's just that now I give you that scenario. Too much littering, pollution, too much pollution, land pollution, water pollution, too much crimes, because there is a high unemployment. Since there is high unemployment, there is lots of crimes, there is lots of rape and death cases, people who are being robbed. If they try to refuse, sometimes they even kill them. So that's how it is. Whereas when you go at Sandton, it's like a second heaven. Everything is very, very nice there. Rich people, those people, they have everything in abundance. They are in a point where they even throw foods, throw what they have away. So that's how it is. Even their dogs, even their cats, even their rats, they live in paradise when they are at Sandton. But when you look at Alexandra, it's a hell actually. It's a second hell. It's a place of torment actually at that place. So that's how it is about Tembisa, Gauteng, Tembisa, Mamelodi, Atteridgeville, Soshanguve, Alexandra, Soweto, all those townships at Gauteng actually. So that's how those are how those townships actually they are. Don't attack me. I know at those townships which I mentioned, there are still nice houses into those townships which I mentioned. But those who are poor actually, there are many comparing to those who are who have something. Actually, those who have like good houses at Soweto, they are not rich actually like at Sandton. They are just fall under the middle class actually. Fall under the middle class comparing to people who are from rural areas actually at Northwest, Limpopo, KZN, Free State, and many more. So that's how it is actually about Gauteng Province. So those who have nice houses at Soweto and Tembisa and other places, they are middle classes. But those who are rich people, you find them at places like Centurion, Marlborough, Sandton. Sandton is even worse actually. That's where you find rich people who are owning houses and everything. So that's how it is actually about Gauteng Province. So that's how it is actually about Gauteng Province. Let me hear about how you feel about those places, about those divisions actually, about those social and economic divisions at those places. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button. Shalom.